From our studios at historic Arnold's Park Amusement Park, it's Okoboji Broadcast with Jeff Thee. Welcome to Okoboji Broadcast, everybody. Coming to you from our studios right here at Arnold's Park Amusement Park. And my guest today, good friend of mine, Clay Norris, the Executive Director of the Iowa Rock and Roll Music Association, and my friend. Thank you for being here with me today.
Well, Jeff, it's great to be here, and happy early Thanksgiving to you.
Happy early Thanksgiving to you, too. I know you had a very nice, congratulations, 35th wedding anniversary. Actually, the anniversary wasn't last week, but you celebrated last week.
Right, everything right now, you just get it in when you can, right?
Yeah.
So we were able to get away, and it was a wonderful trip out to the East Coast, and visited Virginia and some places that I've never really spent a lot of time in. So it was, or nor Kathy, so it was really great.
Beautiful area out there. Have you noticed that when people tell you that, well, we didn't celebrate on the day or we had to postpone, no one uses the phrase "why not" anymore? It's like,
exactly.
Oh, we couldn't have such and such, and
exactly.
We just go with the flow at that point. So
exactly.
Anyway, we're getting here, like we say, up to the Thanksgiving holiday, and first of all, I know that had some Rock the Roofs, I should say, scheduled, and obviously, and I don't have to ask why not, but a few changes on that as well.
Yeah, it really, we were planning on doing it until, and I think it was the right decision for everybody involved. It just makes life easier and more comfortable, and should help a lot. But when the governor made her proclamation, and the rules were clear, that through December 10th, we couldn't have a gathering of, I think, more than 25 people indoors. Right. So that made it clear that we had to cancel the two that we had. I think it was the 19th of November, which would have been Storm Rising, and then the Mr. V Trio on December the 10th. So those were the two. Now, people have asked already, well, what about the Maddie Poppe concert that we are in partnership with Arnold's Park?
Right.
Since that's December the 15th, we're all kind of keeping our fingers crossed. Hopefully, if everybody does their job and the cases start going down, maybe the proclamation or whatever, the mandate will be changed. Yeah. So we're forging ahead as of now. So
playing it soft.
Yep. Everything planned loosely has been my motto this whole year. So that's what we're thinking.
Yeah. Well, and despite that, moving forward, got some great stuff planned, and you've got some great memorabilia here that's going to go along with some upcoming plans for Iowa Rock and Roll.
Yes, we are going to have it's going to be a video auction, kind of online telethon, if you will. It's kind of our annual fundraising drive, but doing it differently than we've ever done it before, like everything else we've done this year. So we're planning it for December the 17th, which is a Thursday. It'll be in the evening, probably at 7 o'clock. We'll give you more information on that on Facebook and on our website. Yeah. But first of all, we really do ask you, if you've been a supporter of what we do and you're not currently a member, or it's so easy to forget about it and that I didn't renew, now's the time. It's all tax deductible. So we're sitting here in November, and I know people are going to start thinking about that. Yeah. So it's a great time to think about becoming a member of or renewing your membership.
Right.
To the Iowa Rock and Roll Music Association. All of the details are on our website. We make it really easy for you. You can go ahead and pay a variety of ways right there. And memberships start as low as $15 for a student, and students even include being in college, as long as you can prove to us that you're in college.
Right.
And otherwise, it's under 21. They're $15. Yeah. And then an individual, they start as low as $40, and all the way up to lifetime membership.
Right. And maybe you know somebody who just loves, when they're going, Rock the Roof every week, and loves going to the different, whether it's out here in Lake Street, on the patio, watching the virtual. Maybe you know somebody who just loves doing that. What a great Christmas gift
That's
to give
absolutely
somebody.
That's a great idea. And we're open. The museum is open because we've had just our own guidance, no more than 15 in there anyway.
Right.
So we're open. We always have required masks, but we're open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. This week we'll be open Thursday. We won't be open Thursday. We'll be open Friday and Saturday.
Right.
This week for Thanksgiving.
So treat it kind of like Black Friday, and use the weekend to go get some really neat Christmas. These are personalized Christmas gifts to give somebody a membership to Iowa Rock and Roll.
And that way we could give you, we could figure out a way to get their information. Maddie can handle that and put it in for you and all that kind of stuff. That gift idea is great. Plus we've got some new merchandise. I saw it today while I was on vacation. It came in. We've got some winter merchandise. And I've noticed that the crew neck sweatshirts are selling. There were only a couple of them left. So some great merchandise there. The black ones anyway have sold fast. And we've got some, we've got the masks. We've even got some little spray bottles of hand sanitizer that are real convenient to carry around. So anyway, it's a great place to come and shop. And then there's all kinds of things, from shot glasses to coasters to coffee cups and everything else.
Exactly. Well, let's talk about the 17th, Thursday, December 17th. Kind of what you got, tentative plans right now, and maybe some of the firm plans as well.
Yeah. Well, we will be having this auction, and we're also we've got some high dollar items. That list is still being formulated, but those things we're going to raffle, I believe. But we've got some really cool things that have been donated to us. I'll give you just a sample of some of these things.
Yeah.
Tom Tourville is a co-founder of the association.
Right.
He's really into memorabilia, and he just knows so many people and so many things. This one is an autographed program, and it's autographed by Bill Wymen of the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
And for those of you who can't remember who Bill is, there's Bill.
Yeah.
You've seen him. And he has a group called the Rhythm Kings, and they had a tour in Europe in 2000, and that's what this is a program from that tour.
Still, anything from the Rolling Stones.
Yes. Pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also pretty cool. I don't know about you, Jeff, but when I was a kid, one of my favorite groups was the Grassroots.
Yeah.
I still love them, but I don't know that music, that sound. And I'll get to when they did recordings, a lot of the music for the actual records was actually done in part by the Wrecking Crew, and I'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
But this is a set of autographs, and you can see they're even on pieces of paper.
Yeah, you
here.
can really make them out, absolutely.
Yeah, from the original set of the Grassroots, including, for those of you that are Office fans like myself, Creed Bratton's autograph.
Who played Creed.
Bratton.
Office.
That's exactly, he even revealed, I think, in one of the episodes that he was...
I think it was in the finale with some of the voiceover. It turns out that Creed Braxton was a member of the Grassroots.
Yeah, I think he goes, I was in this little band. It's called the Grassroots. Anyway, we have that. The Rumbles are famous regionally, and here is a signed picture from back in the 64, 65 days of the Rumbles, and all of the original
I was going to say, this
members.
is the originals, and for all those with memories of, I don't know how many people that you talk to, the Rumbles, used to see them every time they were at the Roof Garden or played anywhere around the area. Here's the original.
Yep. Then I mentioned the Wrecking Crew. All right. The Wrecking Crew is this amazing group of session musicians. And I would say during the late 1960s, early 1970s, everyone from Frank Sinatra to the Monkees to the Partridge Family to the Fifth Dimension to the Grassroots to, you could go on and on and on. These fabulous musicians, especially any of those records that had orchestration in them, things like that, it was the Wrecking Crew.
Right.
Then the band played live, and then that was always like, hey, it doesn't sound exactly like the record. Well, nobody does in a setup like that, but Anyway, this is a book about the Wrecking Crew. It's a copy of it. And then there are 4 of the Wrecking Crew members that have signed this. And Tom says here that they're all authentic and they're really hard to get because some of these musicians have passed.
Sure.
And another item that we have that along this lines is one of the most famous people in the Wrecking Crew, save for Glenn Campbell was in it, for example.
Yes.
But a gentleman named Hal Blaine, and Hal Blaine, they say, has probably played the drums on more records, arguably, than just about anybody else in rock and pop history.
Right.
But anyway, Max, his drum company, at his request, because he also had a jazz band, Tom tells me, and so Max asked his drum company to make some stands out of the actual drums.
Right.
And so we have one of those, and we'll put the picture up, and that is signed by Hal Blaine.
Yeah.
And
pretty cool.
Another thing that I don't have a picture of, but it's on its way to us, is we have a signed AC/DC guitar from Angus himself.
Yeah, you piqued my interest. I mean, that goes beyond cool. That goes, there's a whole new echelon up there.
That's right. That's right. That's when I was a radio disc jockey in those periods, and dirty deeds done dirt cheap. Anyway, and then there is the co-founder of our organization is the late John Senn.
Yeah.
And John Senn, after DJ, they recorded, I think DJ and the Runaways recorded on Iowa Great Lakes Records.
Right.
It was in Milford. I think it's now the Mill, was it the Mill Street Cafe?
Yeah,
Yes.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep. That's the building where they recorded.
Yeah.
But this is actually a rate schedule from that period.
Oh, wow. So if you wanted to come in and record at Iowa Great Lakes Studio, this is what you'd have been signing up for.
So we have dozens of other things like that. We have signed records by some jazz musicians. We've got all kinds of other things. We're going to have mini guitars that the board members are tracking down. So it'll be a really fun evening of an ability for those of you that are into rock and roll to have some really great collectibles and help us out.
Yeah.
And then this isn't rock and roll, but obviously this is what started our ability to record music. And beyond Edison's original cylinders, okay, we have some of those cylinders too. I don't know if we'll...
The round... Okay.
We have a collection of cylinders.
I didn't know you had that.
Yes. Well, this is one of the first Edison records. And as you can see, it's a 1/4 of an inch thick.
Yeah.
And this thing weighs about as much as 10 vinyl records. I'd say 5 or 10 vinyl records.
It's stout.
And it's got an engraved, I can't see it very well from that angle, but it's no paper label.
As opposed to a label that they would stick on later LPs, this is engraved.
And the sleeves these are the original sleeves.
Yeah.
And these records were pressed in the 1910s. So they are over 100 years old.
They're even before the previous pandemic.
Yes, that's right.
Before the Titanic sank.
That's right.
Yeah.
All those things. So anyway, we've got a set of 10 of these that we'll be able to auction off.
Okay.
And we've got some other really cool collectibles by a very kind benefactor that gave us that stuff.
And you got to give a big shout out to the people who donate these items to help your organization. Even just people who volunteer for the organization that, I've got this, and are willing to part with it for the good of the organization, good of the whole.
Yep. We've got a tremendous group of people involved, and that's why in the outset of the interview, I just, if you'd like to get more involved, feel like you've got that, and you do get several benefits from the membership.
Absolutely.
So we ask you to consider that.
All right. So again, on the 17th, going to be a live event. There's going to be some live auction things to bid on. Any raffles, any of that sort of that thing?
Yeah, we will also have a raffle, and that's where some of these items, can't promise these exact things, but to give you an idea of the type of things that we're seeking for this raffle, would be something that might be autographed by an Eric Clapton or a Paul McCartney, or somebody of that level.
Sure.
And so those items we would raffle away with I don't know what we're still in this period right now of kind of finalizing some of the details of this event, and there might be someone sitting close to me that'll be involved in this also.
Hi.
From a, since the two of us can talk all day long.
Yeah,
we felt like we'd be natural.
I think we could probably
combination.
banter off of each other just fine, and we both love rock and roll.
Exactly.
So that will work out just great. So, keep your calendars open for December 17th. It's a Thursday, and I know you'll be updating on Facebook, and, it's finalization of some plans and so forth.
Exactly. And do, keep watch on Arnold's Parks information on our websites and stuff about Maddie Poppe.
Yes.
Still planning on doing that, but... and maybe it would even change somehow if she was willing to continue to come. Maybe it could be live streamed. We don't know, but
thank goodness the technology's out there that you can, even with virtual shows with local artists, you can be putting those on too.
Right. Maddie's, if we did, and a big if we did something like that, it would be a paid live stream.
Right.
Because obviously, if we got to that stage, it would either be we couldn't do the concert live, or it was an add-on to it.
Right.
For those, because it's going to be limited in attendance no matter what we do.
Exactly. So just wait and see, and stay tuned. They do a great job on Facebook, and of course, Iowa Rock, the letter N, roll.com is the website. Mm-hmm. And my friend, thank you for coming in and giving us an update for Iowa Rock and Roll.
Thank you as always, Jeff.
It's a pleasure. I get to have my friend Clay Norris here with me. Of course, from the Iowa Rock and Roll Music Association. We want to thank him for joining us here today. And as always, we thank you for watching us right here on Okoboji Broadcast. Okoboji Broadcast from the studios at historic Arnold's Park Amusement Park is brought to you by the Scott Troutman State Farm Agency in Spirit Lake, Pure Fishing in Spirit Lake, Last Touch Painting and Cleaning, providing interior, exterior, house painting, and professional cleaning services in Spirit Lake. Quest Wealth Management, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services. Advisor Jan Spielman, AJ Spielman, and Erica Wachholz. Ducky's Marine and Motorsports Repair in Spirit Lake. Bank Midwest, dream big, plan wisely, live well. Lakes Regional Healthcare and Avera Partner. Attorney Bethany Brands at Brands Law Office in Spirit Lake. Ruthven Locker at the Lake, where carnivores are welcome on Hill Avenue in Spirit Lake. Beck Engineering in Spirit Lake. Be Radiant Laser Skin Studio in the Okoboji Plaza in Okoboji. By Michael Thorson with Farm Bureau Insurance in Spirit Lake.